back-to-back 20-win seasons with an Wake Forest win. It's been a long time since that has happened here at Wake. You've got to go all the way back to 08, 09, and 10. He runs a point for Wake Forest. Sallis and Hildreth are the big-time scorers for this team, and they've got other guys inside like him, Trayvon Spillers. Nice little pick and roll right there, and finishing is Kebajai, the transferred junior from Penn State. He committed to Penn State when Coach Shrewsbury was there, and then came with him from Penn State to Notre Dame. Good block underneath.
With that big lineup to start.
Yeah, it's tough to argue with what that group did through the first nearly 5 minutes of this game. Hildreth kisses it in. Boy, what a roll he has been on. Burton had it swatted away, got it back. During warm-ups, he hit everything in sight, but the old saying goes, regardless of sport, what time is it? There's Burton, left hand, and a beauty. Grew up in Mishawaka, Indiana, which is a town over from South Bend. Into the lane, and Hildreth finds the bottom of the bucket. He's only shot twice, made them both. Sallis is 0 for 4. And Spillers is 1 out of 6. Into the corner, and draining the 3.
Steve Forbes can complain about the shots. I mean, they've been right at the rim in the lane.
Here's a takeaway, and Johnson will lay it in. Only 4 out of 16. Notre Dame started off red hot, but it's really cooled off. Now 5 out of 13, and change that for Markus Burton.
But that's an area that he's improved in from last year.
Really good ball movement, but it was stripped away, and able to recover and lay it in is Ballou.
3-point shooter.
Davis, he's feeling it. Oh, what a beautiful move by Tay Davis. And that is the mark of the fighter indeed, brought to you by Modelo. That's a tough attempt right there by Logan Imes. They're scrambling to get into the tournament. Get it right back to Hildreth. Pump fake, he'll go to the rack. And that'll count, he'll go to the line.
You know, here's the thing. Wake Forest makes fewer threes than anybody in the conference. You can't.
Johnson just hounding Burton, gets a takeaway, and Sallis with authority, and a timeout for Notre Dame.
And they are just swarming all over Burton. Great hands right there. Johnson, the nice pick, and one of the few open court opportunities.
Recruiting class coming in next year. His son, we brought up, Braden Shrewsbury, out for the year. And Sallis a fadeaway to tie the game.
Takes a lot of pressure off Burton with him on the floor.
Yeah, he's a 45% three-point shooter. And into the lane, a soft touch. First bucket for J.R. Condensed.
Periods of time, there's been a lot of bodies coming in and out.
Get our first look at Sir Muhammad. He grew up in Charlotte. And a 3-ball, and don't look now, Wake finally has a lead. Kick it out to Burton, wide open for 3, and you knew that was going to second and left his hand.
Penetration, his ability to handle.
Hildreth goes right by Serta, and a tip-in, beautifully done by the freshman Juke Harris. All that they're losing, which we talked about earlier, we're tied at 25, shot clock at 7. Man, can this kid take it to the rack. Wow.
Yeah, you know, it's they've had so much success attacking the rim.
Davis kicks it out to the corner in the second 3-ball for Serta.
They're trying to isolate guys on that right side the first few possessions.
Efton Reed did not score in the first half. That's because this guy was doing all the damage. But has not scored a single point in this game.
Good 3 white jerseys again around Burton.
And a 3 by Davis, his second of the game. And you can say, yeah, they're still playing this year. That's true. You wonder how long they'll last in the ACC tournament. Drilling the three from the corner, the left-hander Spillers.
And you know, the question mark for every team out there, Tom, is who's coming back.
Yeah.
You know what? That's the unknown factor. And they're really praying that guy comes back. The attention on Burton, and he's probably the second best ball handler they have out on the floor.
Trying to get it to Reed, and a jump hook. That's his first basket. He thought he was fouled.
He's been getting touches inside. That was a very decisive move.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. And he finishes off the... But just when Wake Forest will make its runs, Notre Dame is able to answer. That was short, and Hildreth stayed with it. Well done.
Reed is just playing center field defensively, helping out wherever he can, not worried about his guy.
Roper in the lane. That's a nice move with a left hand by Julian Roper, the freshman out of Boston.
He is being very physical with Sallis, too, and Steve Forbes wants a foul.
Left hand, beautifully done. Sallis just 2 for 12 in the game. Fade away by Roper, and he's come off the bench, and you mentioned he's doubled his game after. Now they switch off and look for a double team, and it left Sundra all alone, and he lays it in. Knowing that Duke is on the horizon Monday night. Final game of the year, Georgia Tech here on Saturday of next week, the season finale. Burton from the free throw line, nothing but net. Coach Shrewsbury was talking about today that they need from Jai remainder of this year and then the next 2 years. And a bucket and a foul. Silly foul there by Jai, and Sallis to the line.
You know, he had him.
Davis has 13. Burton leads all scorers with 19. And Hildreth with 16, tried to add to it with a left hand and will.
You know, it's not the play, it's the play.
But stops have been few and far between here for the Demon Deacons. And Jai to the basket, and
how about
backs
him?
It in. Wake has had a hard time from the very get-go, only at 41%. Reed, the jumper, is good. He has 3 buckets here in the second half. And then you throw in Roper, who's given him 4. He averages under 2. There's Hildreth. He's been quiet of late. His 3rd bucket. Because they were very much playing like a tournament team when we saw them earlier this year. 3-ball. It goes down. Juke Harris has been a big lift off the bench.
Well, great job keeping it alive. There were 3 bodies around.
And Wake has the lead. Tight ones down the stretch. Notre Dame, 6 losses by 6 points or fewer this year. Wake's been muddy. And kissing it in is Hildreth. How is he rolling right now? Coming down for the Buckeyes. Here's Sallis, pulls up, and he's muddy down the stretch so far. And here's Hildreth working on Condensed. Loses his footing and stays on his feet. Fadeaway shot. All right, can Burton answer at the other end? Wide open and laying it in once again is Kevin Jai. He has 10. Another 3-ball to tie, and it's short. 2 seconds to go.